Happy First Chapter Friday. We're going to read aloud from the Bailey School Kids. This is Zombies Don't Play Soccer. So if you like this book, check it out or others in this series. Chapter 1, Practice. We don't need a new coach, Eddie complained and kicked his soccer ball hard. Coach Ellison is the best soccer coach we've ever had. How can you say that? Lisa asked as she walked out onto the soccer field with her two friends, Eddie and Howie. We haven't won a single game this year. Eddie just likes Coach Ellison because he lets Eddie goof off, Howie told her. Eddie smiled and kicked his soccer ball again. Goofing off is what I do best, he said. Coach Ellison probably gave up soccer for good after what you did to him last week, Melody said as she came back on the field and kicked the ball back to Eddie. What did I do? Eddie asked innocently. Howie sat down to put on his shin guards and looked at Eddie. Don't you remember putting vinegar in his water bottle? Howie asked. Lisa plopped down beside Howie. Eddie does so many rotten things, he can't remember half of them, Lisa said. I remember, Eddie said, laughing and kicking the ball at the same time. Coach Ellison's face looked like a sick pug dog's. He spit that vinegar at least 15 feet. He must have set a world's record for distance spitting. He also set the world's record for getting us a new coach, Melody reminded him as she picked up the ball. Eddie shrugged. Maybe it's about time we had a soccer coach that will help us Bailey Boomers win. Melody pointed her finger at Eddie. To win, you have to work hard. If this new coach works us to death, it'll be your fault. Don't be so dramatic, Eddie told her. No coach is going to work a bunch of third graders to death. Just then the kids heard a loud bellowing from across the field. Get your out-of-shape, lazy bodies over here. We're going to practice until we drop. Move it, the voice screamed. Move it! Eddie looked at his friends. Of course, I could be wrong about the working to death part. Lisa started running. Eddie, she gulped, what have you got us into? Chapter 2, The New Coach. Oh no, Eddie stopped short before they got to the practice area. The new coach is a woman. The four kids stopped and stared. A very tall woman with wide shoulders and a sweatband around her head was bouncing a soccer ball up in the air with the side of her foot. The front of her t-shirt read Coach. What's wrong with the woman's soccer coach? Lisa asked. Eddie pulled his baseball cap off his head and slammed it on the ground. She probably doesn't know anything about soccer. We'll have to tiptoe around the ball so we don't break her fingernails. Melody threw the soccer ball right at Eddie's stomach. He barely had time to sidestep it. Girls can do anything boys can do, Melody said. And don't forget that I've made more goals than anybody on the team. Just because you're good doesn't mean... Before Eddie could complain any more, a big hand grabbed him by the shoulder. Eddie had to look way up to meet the eyes of their new soccer coach. She was tall, but what were really big were her shoulders. Most professional football players didn't have shoulders that wide, even with their shoulder pads on. Hi, Eddie squeaked. Hi there, the new coach roared. Do you plan on growing roots or playing soccer? Soccer, Melody said loudly. Then let's get practicing, the coach yelled. All the other kids on the team cheered. Excuse me, Lisa raised her hands and asked softly, are you the new coach? The huge lady pointed to the sweatshirt she was wearing. Lisa nodded and sniffed like she was about to cry. Yes, Lisa said, but I wondered what your name is. My name is Graves, the huge lady bellowed. That's Coach Graves to you. I came all the way from New Orleans to coach your soccer team. The game is exciting enough to wake the dead. We may be dead after playing for her, Eddie whispered. Enough talking, Coach Graves snapped. Let's see how much soccer you know. Coach Graves had the Bailey Boomers twisting and turning. They kicked and they dribbled. They ran and they passed. Coach Graves cheered when they did something right. She yelled directions when they goofed up. She had to yell directions a lot. At the end of an hour of sweating, it was pouring off of every kid. Remember to work together, Coach Graves hollered as they got ready to leave. You need teamwork to win games. Work together. Practice teamwork. Eddie wiped sweat from his forehead. I don't need teamwork to win. I don't even need a woman coach. Shh, Melody warned. She'll hear you. But it was too late. Coach Graves frowned at Eddie as the team walked off the field. Well, Lisa panted when they were away from the coach, I hope you're happy, Eddie. This new coach is your fault. I'm dead on my feet. Eddie giggled and made his arms and legs stiff. Then he started coming after Lisa. I'm the Walking Dead. Melody took a drink of water. You shouldn't joke about dying. But Eddie was too busy chasing Lisa to hear. Lisa shrieked and raced across the empty field. All right, you can read on to find out more about Zombies Don't Play Soccer or other in the Bailey School Kids Adventures.